Okay, so I get comments about this all the freaking time. People are always asking, like, hey, can I get the vocals from this? Or like, hey, how do you extract vocals in general? So here's a little explanation of that. I use a program called Utagoe 3.0, Utagoe, I don't know. It's all in Japanese, or rather, it's all in question mark, because my American computer is not built to display it. But it's a deceptively simple program. Like, you've got this, and this seems pretty easy, but then it's like, oh shit, what is all this? What's going on here? Well, I'm here to tell you that it's not deceptively easy, it's just for real easy. So before we continue, you're going to want to make sure you've downloaded utagopractice.rar. I'll have it down in the description. There's a mega link right at the top of the description. Download that and then come back to this video. So the things contained in utagopractice.rar are contained over here also. We're going to be using the Guild Unplugged version of the second opening of Konosuba tomorrow as an example here. When you're using Utagoe, you always want to have your file in WAV format. It's very, very important. It only accepts WAV. You can probably discern that from just seeing all this WAV business over here. But it's super important that you have the right kind of WAV too. When you're exporting in WAV, always make sure you're doing it in signed 16-bit PCM. 32-bit float, whatever that shit is, doesn't work. It'll confuse you for hours, I promise. It's much simpler if you just export in 16-bit PCM. So what you're going to want to do is, Utagoe is actually a very smart program. You're just going to want to drag the full song, off vocal just means instrumental, drag the full song up here. It will detect that there's an off vocal, and it will grab it, and then this down here is just asking, what do you want it to be called? So naturally, by default, Utagoe renames it guildunplugged_vo.wave, so I guess for vocal only. So if we just hit go, it'll generate an acapella based on these two right here. It'll take a little moment. This is a progress bar down here. It's not lit up yet, but it will be. But first, we want to fine-tune something. So we go to settings here, stay in the first tab. This is all you need. This little box right here. This is basically the whole program. So if you've converted from a lossless format like FLAC, or if you just have WAV naturally, then you're going to want to use this top one. If you have converted from MP3 or OGG, a lossy format, a less high quality format, you're going to want to use this bottom one. This is a soft pass and a hard pass. So what happens here is that Utagoe uses a process called phase inversion to take the full song and to take the instrumental and kind of subtract them from each other to only leave the difference, only leave what's in between, so the vocals. So when you've converted from a lossless format into WAV, so you've already got very high quality, you're going to want to do this one, which is a softer pass. Basically, it doesn't need to scrape as hard to get those vocals out of there. This is just the strength of the pass that you're going to be using. I recommend keeping it from 1.2 to 2.1. Anything further and you lose a lot of quality, and I don't really feel like it's worth it. However, when you're using the soft pass, this is if you're converting from a lossy format like MP3 to WAV or OGG to WAV, then you might want to crank it up a little bit, maybe 2.4 at the maximum, because with a lossy format, the audio is not as clear, it's not as crisp, it's of a lower bit rate, so the program needs to scrape away more in order to get just the vocals out. You can play with this on your own and see what kind of results you like the best, but for now what we're going to do is do a hard pass because I've converted from FLAC to WAV, and we are going to go 1.4. That feels like a nice number. So hit OK, bop this little green music button, and this is like the preparing to extract vocals, and then here we go, we got a little percentage. So just chill here. And there we go, fantastic, it is done. So just for the sake of comparison, here's the Guild Unplugged version. And then, here we go with _vo.
始まりの瞬間さ追い風は砂ぼこり上げた立ち止まってられない
I think you'll agree that's a lot more suitable for mixing. Now, some of you might be worried about what is this going on over here? and you can kind of hear it in the background.
始まりの瞬
That just disappears once you've got a second song in there. This is just background noise. The program's not perfect. It can't remove absolutely everything. Also, sometimes there are very minor differences between the full tracks and the instrumentals that they publish, but this is pretty much the best result you're going to get. We could try and scrape a little bit harder, but I'm very happy with this quality, and I don't want to diminish it by upping that this bar right over here. This increases your likelihood of getting rid of this background noise, but it also decreases the quality and the crispness of the vocals. So this, I'm very happy with. This is ready to go right into a mashup, and it is ready to go right into the hearts and minds of children everywhere. I don't fucking know. Alright, so that is how you use Utagoe 3.0 to isolate instrumentals. This is really only useful if the artist you're looking for actually publishes like studio quality instrumentals. This will not work. Like if you've got the album version of the song, but you get the instrumental off of YouTube, very unlikely that it's going to work. What you really want to do when you use this process is you want to get it all from the same place. Like I downloaded the album of Konosuba that has this and this. So this is track 3, this is track 6. So that assures that they are as close in quality as possible, that they've both been published from the same place by the same means, you know, things like that. There's a tiny slim chance that they just might end up being all right, but it's not worth it. You wanna take time to find the absolute best album quality stuff you can get, so you can get the cleanest vocals out of it. A good place to do this for anime songs is like places like Akari OST, whatever that place is called. I'll put it up on the screen. And Anime the Hylia. Anywhere where anime soundtracks exist, I dropped a screw. Anywhere where anime soundtracks exist for download is probably a good place. Always get the highest quality you can. Something like WAV or FLAC is absolutely beautiful. As I mentioned before, converting to MP3 requires you to scrape a little bit harder, requires you to use a hard pass, crank this up, and that decreases your quality in turn. So I hope that you found this informative, and I hope that you find some good shit out there in the world. Alright, let me know in the comments if you have any additional questions. That'll be about it for this video. See ya!